Hello and welcome back to Roll for Rivals, the actual play podcast from Dice Clash Chronicles, where we proudly break the number one rule of D&D, never split the party, but with a twist. After a clash that shook the sands of Delphando and a victory that came at a cost, both sides find themselves standing on unstable ground. In today's episode, the villains press forward into hostile territory, where iron walls and sharp eyes await, while the heroes return to a capital city that feels colder than they remember. Strange signs appear in the sky, new tools fall into uncertain hands, and the weight of unseen forces begins to press in from every direction. Is this the calm before the storm, or the beginning of something far worse? Welcome back to the villain side of Roll for Rivals. We are here with Zane and Gabe playing their respective characters Ozen the Oozen and Eek Eekery.
Yeah.
Ooh. We just finished with the combat against General Huxo. He died and was given to Karnak as a gift from Balshot. Actually, I think it was a gift from Eekery as well.
Yes.
It was like a dual gift. The general and Karnak kind of gave you guys some tips on what to expect in this dungeon. But it is the dead of night and you guys are low on hit points. I guess you guys want to do a full rest?
Indeed. Absolutely.
All right. Well, you guys do a full rest. You just kind of meditate for 4 hours and then you wake up. It's the twilight hour of dawn. You see kind of like the converging of lights in the Delphando wasteland. Very beautiful, yet very intimidating as well.
Well, I guess we'll start heading towards the next dungeon. I feel like we got derailed the past few sessions. No pun intended.
So you guys start making your way to the next dungeon. You begin the journey to Fort Vornis and Madmen's Crypt. You're on the road, kind of southeast-ish. More south than east, really. Down to Fort Vornis, when all of a sudden, you see a purple vortex.
I guess, how far away is it? Is it, like, growing bigger and, like, coming towards us? Like a black hole?
You see a purple vortex in the sky just about in front of you open up. And then you see a nightmarish chest floating out of it, drifting slowly down to the ground in front of you. When it reaches the ground, you get a good glimpse of it. It looks like it's got dark ebony wood with very contrasting spikes coming out of it and a large dragon-like eye in the center.
Eekery, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing it, but I don't think I believe it.
Yeah, Balshot?
He says, step aside. And he pulls out his wand. He casts an incantation on the chest. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
I am not kidding.
All that for nothing.
Yeah, it was a lot of build-up.
Sorry. And he shrugs his shoulders.
Let's see. I'm trying to look through my skills. I could try comprehend languages, but I'm not sure if this thing can speak. Can I try to make a Arcana check to see if I could somehow communicate with it if I used it?
Sure, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. And it's a whopping +0. Dude, what does a 4 get me?
Nothing. You have no idea what this thing is.
Oh, lovely.
Oh. Eekery, I'm not sure what to do with this, man.
Last time I tried going against us trying to find somewhere to do a dungeon, I got killed a second time. I don't think I want to touch this.
I can't necessarily blame you, but I mean, it's a chest. Who knows
It is
what
a
could
chest.
be inside?
How about this?
Maybe.
Wait.
I mean, It doesn't look necessarily friendly, but, you know, you can't judge all books by their cover.
How about this? We draw straws to see who opens it.
God! All right. You know what? That's not a bad idea.
I started looking around for straws.
This is a desert, so there are no straws, but you can make an investigation check for the closest thing to it.
How about I just yank 3 hairs out of myself?
That's fine. So you do that, and
just pluck 3 hairs out of me.
Balshot is going to go first. So I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. 5 and 6 are the tallest straw. 3 and 4 is the middle straw, and 1 and 2 is the shortest straw.
All right.
Okay. Zane, go ahead and roll, and don't tell me your dice.
Okay, and we're rolling a d6.
All right. On 3. What did you get? 1, 2, 3, 6.
1.
Yes. So Balshot obviously pulls the longest hair, and then Ozen walks up and grabs the next hair and grabs the shortest hair. Once Eekery reveals his hand, you notice that he got the middle hair. So Ozen, Zane, you pulled the shortest straw.
Why? Did we say the shortest has to open it, or was it the longest? Oh, well.
We definitely said the shortest. We definitely said the shortest. Balshot's like, we definitely said the shortest. Like, he's making it clear that it was the shortest.
Oh, hell. I'm going to look at the chest. Can I try and make, like, an insight check? Maybe he's friendly?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Ooh. I got a 15.
It seems neutral. Like, it's not going to attack you as long as you don't attack it. I mean, for the most part, it doesn't really look alive. The eye looks more aesthetic.
Oh, it's like a decorative eye?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh well. What's the worst that could happen?
All right.
Oh, God. I say that, but me in real life is freaking out.
You open the chest.
No! Wait!
And
No!
you see nothing at first. Just kind of a void. Do you look deeper? Look closer?
I mean, is there like an unnatural feeling that's compelling me to look deeper inside?
Nope. Only personal gain or loss.
Well, if it's empty, I guess I'm going to turn around and be like,
It's not empty yet. You opened it up. That's it.
oh, I haven't looked inside?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to... Oh, jeez. I'm going to try and move, like, my eyeball through my body to, like, my finger and just stick it over the edge just to take it the tiniest peep.
All right. And when you do, at the bottom of the pitch black chest, the interior of the chest is pitch black. But when you take your eyeball, put it through your index finger, and point it over the edge, you see something very peculiar. You see 6 bird skulls, each bird skull with a set of glowing eyes. 2 have blue eyes, 2 have red eyes, and 2 have green eyes. And I would just like to go ahead and make an announcement. We'd like to thank our Patreon subscribers. This is our first loot drop. So what happened was we got a certain amount of subscribers on our Patreon and we hit a donation goal. So now both the heroes and the villains will be getting a loot drop. And this is the first loot drop on air.
Nice. Heck yeah.
So you guys got a boon. You got a wonderful gift from our wonderful audience.
Heck yeah.
Gosh dang, why'd you have to freak us out?
I really was scared.
I'm evil.
I was like, last time I tried going on a side quest, I got murdered a second time.
So, you pick up the item and you immediately know what it
jeez.
is. These are one-time use teleportation devices. You crush one of the bird skulls with the corresponding eye color, and you will teleport to that eye color. So if you crush a bird skull with blue eyes, you'll teleport to the other blue-eyed skull, which will also expend that skull as well.
Interesting.
If you were to leave the red skull right here, walk to Fort Vornis, then crush the red-eyed bird skull, you would teleport right back here to this chest.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, in that
As
case...
if I did not learn my lessons.
Yeah, well, at least you made this one limited use.
As soon as you pick up the bird skulls and analyze them, the chest immediately starts crumbling to pieces until it just turns into rubble on the road.
Well, if that wasn't one of the most terrifying things.
I say, last time I went and stuck my nose somewhere I didn't belong, something bad happened, so I'm glad this was a good thing.
Well, gentlemen, after attuning to the bird skulls, I think they're similar to bow shots. I guess we'll be able to use these to get around if we have to. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for each one of us to have one of the corresponding color, just in case we get into a pinch and we need to get out of there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a phone a friend. Safety.
Okay, so is each person going to get a set?
Yeah.
Yes.
What set does everybody take? So you can write it down in your notes.
I want the green.
All right.
I'll take red.
Balshot is impartial. He doesn't really care, so he just takes whatever's left. So that's our first Patreon loot drop. Thank you again, everybody, for subscribing. We really appreciate the support. If you want to see more events like this, subscribe to the Patreon, where we have behind-the-scenes content, we have events, a private community where you can talk with us and other people like yourself, and so on and so forth. We then continue on the road. You continue for a little bit while. It is now about midday when you see a road skewing off to the left, a thinner, less traveled road. And with it being a desert, you immediately see what that road connects to. About a mile down the road, you see Fort Vornis. And it is as heavily guarded as Karnak and the general made it out to be. You see two sets of walls, a half wall surrounding the complex, then a full metal wall with turrets around it.
Ooh, like
You
turrets? What do the turrets look like?
They look like small metal towers along the wall.
Oh,
And in those turrets, you see goblins with crossbows. Then, walking between the half wall and the full wall, you notice a goblin patrol marching around the base.
interesting.
Well, gentlemen, what's the plan?
Is there a way to make an investigation to go around? Like, there's like a second way in other than where all those turrets are?
Not to your knowledge.
Okay.
You'd have to make an investigation check or something similar.
Yeah, I guess I'll do a check for that.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
What does an 11 get me?
Oh my. Apparently an 11 gets you something. That's a lot of typing.
So you kind of scan the exterior without getting too close. At the moment, it only looks like there is one entrance.
I guess I kind of noticed what Eek Eekery is doing.
I'm like, oh, looking for a second way in. Oh, don't worry. I've been in castles before. Every castle's got a poop chute. We just got to find the poop chute.
This isn't a castle. It's more like an outpost.
Oh,
I say every rat's looking for another way out.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, actually.
well, we can either try and sneak in, try and weasel our way in, maybe blend our way in.
I'm starting to lean towards trying to like blend my way in, so like blend in with the goblins, like maybe make myself small again and wear the robe.
Maybe. Is there a way for us to look to see if there's like a group of like either like merchants or like some other goblin soldiers like making their way towards the outpost?
There's that one group that's marching around it. And then, obviously, like any outpost or heavily guarded facility, there are 2 at the gate guarding it.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
well, what's your plan? I love bad ideas.
Is there a bush nearby the front of the gate where the 2 guards are doing the post watch?
No, but there is the half wall.
I was like, can we just pop around the corner?
Oh my God.
You can certainly try.
Let's see. Is there anything nearby that I can try to like disguise myself with?
Make an investigation check.
Doesn't that one get me?
It is
No.
as desolate as a desert gets.
Oh, let's see. Might be best luck for you to try to disguise yourself and just try to like hang me out as bait.
Oh, here, I have an idea. Do you have like a bottle or something?
Mm.
Maybe I can squeeze my way into a bottle and you can just huck me. I'm like a failed potion.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll allow it, but I have a stipulation though. But go ahead and make your like investigation. Go ahead and check your sheet and see if you even have a bottle.
I was say, didn't we try to buy like health potions at one point that ended up not helping us at all?
No. You
Oh,
ate some
dang.
aloe that upset your stomach.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. That's what it was. I was really like, wait a second.
Oh, well, real quick, Judah, can I make a history check? Surely Ozen, from his time as a hired arm, surely he's been at an outpost before. Can I do a history check to remember if like we've ever had visitors at an outpost, like traders or something?
I don't think you need a history check for that. At outposts that you've guarded, certainly you've had traders.
Oh,
I mean, that's just the way that economics works and the way that war works. You got to supply the war. However, you'd have to make a history check for these people in particular because hobgoblins are a different breed.
oh, that's true. Well, I seem to remember right before I died, I was working for Recloth, so surely I've at least observed how goblin outposts work. Can I roll history?
Of course.
Let's see. 17.
Okay. With your military intelligence, you do go back and remember a fatal flaw of hobgoblin outposts. They love to arm the front line, but very rarely arm the rear. Although there is a marching squad walking around the base, the turrets in the back are most likely unguarded, if not very rarely checked.
That's
Hey,
insanely useful.
Eekery, something just dawned on me from your war days.
Oh, you don't say. What might that be?
Well, these outposts, they usually tend to leave the back door unlocked.
So you're saying there's a way in?
Yeah, I'm saying there's a way in. We'll just have to, just be a little cautious.
That sounds like a whole lot better than trying to go through the front with all those armed turrets over there.
Yeah, no, agreed. We'll just keep our distance so
Trying to
we're out of
sneak our way
sight.
into the back.
So I think we're just gonna try and get low to the ground and skulk around back.
Okay, then on that note, everybody make a stealth check.
Okay.
I got a 16.
What does 7 get me?
Well, we're about to figure out.
It's like my first good roll. Zane gets a bit.
I know. I'm so sorry.
You begin approaching the complex, going into stealth and trying to use the half wall as cover. However, this fails you immediately because one of the goblins in the turret see you.
What are you doing?
Me? And I like point at myself.
Yeah?
I'm the repairman.
Make a deception check.
And I'm gonna hold up my hammer and pythons to hopefully sell it a little bit more. Okay. 16 plus nothing. 16.
That's still not terrible.
Okay, are you scheduled for today?
Yeah, I think so. I'll be working on the back turrets over there, you know. They're not used as frequently, so they're in a bit of a disrepair. Thought I could kind of swing by for the small bit of coin that I get. Fix it up a little.
Okay.
And he just kind of lets you go.
Woo! I wipe my big blobby forehead and just kind of scuttle on by.
I just look up at Ozen from the side of the wall where I'm still hiding. I was like, good job.
Thank you. I'm myself.
Everybody make a history check.
History, you say?
What does an 8 get me?
This is like the third 16 that I've rolled this session. I know. Like, I don't want to complain, but I think my dice is weighted.
Okay, Zane, you remember this. So, according to Eekery's observation, it seems like the goblins, it takes them 6 turns to make a full circle around the complex. So you have
Okay.
6 turns to get over the wall.
Oh dear.
So there's the half wall that's kind of like blockades basically for people to gun over.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the full wall, which is probably a 12-foot wall with the turrets on it. And the patrol, it walks between them.
I guess I'll go up to the little goblin friend that I convinced that I'm a handyman and go,
Hey, can you escort me inside so I can make these repairs?
Okay. So you go back to him, and the goblin is like,
Oh, you again?
Yeah, I had some trouble getting in the front door. A little hard to make those repairs and make my coin without being able to get inside.
Oh, you want inside. You want to fix the wall on the inside. Oh, okay. Let me go downstairs.
and he walks, you hear him like stepping down a metal stairway, and you see the door open, and you see him walk outside. However, he is accompanied by 2 goblins at the front gate.
So he opens up the door and there's 2 goblins there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try and make a performance check and like strut. Like I know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm a man on a mission. Hammer in hand, python in the other, examining my tools, getting ready to do my best handiwork.
Depending on how that goes, depends on what I wanted.
As soon as he says that, the 2 guards, they say,
What is this guy? Oh, he's the repairman.
go ahead and make another deception check to sell it.
Oh, jeez. 13? Please?
Since when have we brought in an outsider to fix our problems? I don't know. I guess Vargyr wanted one today. Okay, we should probably go speak with him first.
The goblin leading you shrugs his shoulders, and he does a motion to follow him, and he starts walking inside.
Oh boy. I'm gonna try and like turn back towards Eekery and give him like a nervous wink.
Okay.
And then I guess I follow. Oh, but I follow for a time. I'm gonna try and keep my eyes peeled for an opportunity to slip away.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Does 4.
Okay. Outside of the perception check, this is what you see. You notice inside the wall a large kind of war tent. You're very familiar with these types of tents. This is where basically the large scale planning goes into an assault. Then you see something very strange. You see a half sunken stone temple. The stone looks very beautiful, but it obviously shows its age with some kind of crumbled ruins in its half sunken nature. Then to the right of that, you see smaller tents, which are probably tents used to house the goblins. And then to the right of those, you see wooden cages with hobgoblins just screaming their heads off, going absolutely crazy. Some of them are grabbing the cages and smashing their head into the cage. Others are screaming and pulling their head out. It's just a group of caged hobgoblins going absolutely feral. So you're walking towards the war tent, and all eyes are on you. There's really no chance to escape. That's what the 4 got you.
Oy. Okay. I'm a figurative and literal hostage in this situation.
Before he makes it to the tent, Gabe, is there anything that you and Valshot want to do?
I would say, are the guards that were outside that was dealing with the one that came down from the turret still like watching him or like distracted by what's going on with that?
One goblin from one turret is escorting Zane inside the camp. There's still the other turrets and the 2 goblins in the front of the gate and the squadron of goblins marching around the outpost.
Okay, so there's still other ones that are up in the turret that could see me if I try to walk like somewhere other than like behind the wall.
This is like very Metal Gear Solid.
I'm going to plan to wait until I'm gonna say the guards that are walking around walk up to the front. So you have the 2 guards that are walking plus the 2 guards that are at the front of the gate. And I'm going to plan to use
it's
my
not 2
annoying.
guards, it's a squadron.
Oh, a squadron. Oh, dang. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And it takes them 6 turns to make a full circle around the complex.
How many are there in the
So
squadron?
you do have some time.
I'd say 5. 1 leading them and 4 following.
Okay. Might be awful, but I have a plan. My plan is to use my annoying chitter ability on the 4 that are the ones not in the leading group of the squadron.
Okay.
Let's see. Because it causes division and strife in up to 4 creatures that I can see within 30 feet.
What? I feel like every time you use this ability, like I learned something new about it.
Where do you want to intervene? Because you can intervene
this on the train. I forgot.
You could intervene right now, and you'd be in the presence of 9 goblins because there'd be 2 turrets, 2 guarding the gate, and then 5 in the squad. However, you could time it up to where you just are interjecting with the squad, but I don't want to give you any more information without a roll.
Yeah, because I would preferably want to do it whenever the ones that are walking around have already like made their way past, so that way they don't get caught up in the mix.
Well, I'm going to need you to be a little more specific.
I want to time it where they're like all the way on the backside of the outpost.
Okay, make a stealth check.
I like that.
That's gonna be a 23.
23 definitely will do it. So you successfully sneak to the back. You're now crouched behind one of the half covers, and then you hear,
"I don't know what I've been told."
And then you hear the squadron repeat after that.
My hobgoblin's really old.
They are now parallel with you, and like Foxy. No, wait. Like Foxy from Wait. I had the perfect description. Wait.
No, I can already see it. The FNAF 2. Oh.
You are successfully hidden behind the half cover at the back of the outpost, where Ozen informed you that in most outposts, this is the least guarded portion of the outpost. You wait for the squadron to be parallel with you, And then, like Foxy from FNAF, you jump out into a jump scare where you invoke your annoying chitter. And what's the DC that I have to save against?
It is a DC 14 charisma save.
Okay.
Debatably, Eek Eekery would be scarier than Foxy.
That could be true.
1 saves. So 2 out of the 5 will not be affected. You jump scare them, and they're like,
I don't know what I've been. Whoa! What's going on?
and
What's going on? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Who is this? What are you?
And then one of the goblins, they're so scared that they grab the goblin that's screaming and slaps it around. Keep it together! Keep it together! And then the one behind him grabs him and twists him around. You keep it together! You keep it together! You keep it
He's
together!
like the goblin version of the Three Stooges over here.
Exactly. And then the other 2 goblins that weren't affected, they're just like,
Is this an intruder?
and roll initiative.
Oh, this is not good for me.
Where's Ballshot during this time? Is he just skulking in the shadows?
We will see.
Oh no!
Let's see. My initiative roll is a 6.
Annoying chitter.
I got a 22. I got a 16. Zane, make a perception check.
Okay. Do I have to use my 4 from earlier?
No, this will be completely separate.
Yay. What does just a flat, plain Jane 10 get me?
You know how like Kirby rides that star?
Yeah.
Zane, Ozen notices high up in the sky on a cloud of bones. Alshot hovering on a cloud of bones above you, seemingly hiding from the goblins.
I am in disbelief at this newfound ability of ball shots.
He nods his head towards you in acknowledgement that he's going to take care of you.
I'm gonna just look at him, look up at him in astonishment.
All right. So, Zane, you enter the tent, but we're going to go to Gabe real quick. Gabe, I got a 22, a 16, and you got what on your initiative?
A 6.
All right. So,
These goblins are Marine
the first
Corps.
goblin, he's going to take his spear and he's going to go, attack! And he's going to sprint at you with the spear. He's going to try and impale you. I don't even think I have to ask, but I will. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Gosh, these goblins are juicing.
All right, so he sprints at you
For the Dominion!
and he's going to sprint at you and pierce you through the side of your abdomen. And the spear is going to go through you and stick to the ground. So now you are trapped.
Yikes.
Until you remove the sphere from the ground or from your body. The other goblin, he's going to go,
I'm gonna sound the alarm!
and he's going to use his maximum movement speed. In fact, he's going to dash around the base. So he makes it about halfway around the wall. There's still a chance you can stop him, but he's now 60 feet away from you. While the other 3 goblins, they're going to waste their turn freaking out. All right, they're all still arguing amongst each other.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
And they're just like, the goblins on either side of this one goblin are just slapping the middle goblin into a circle.
Oh my god.
It is now your turn.
I was gonna say, do you have like any throwing weapons, maybe?
I don't believe I do. The only long distance I
Right.
have is my wand.
Oh, Jesus. I guess you technically have a throwing weapon now.
I was say, yeah. Is it possible for me to remove the spear and then throw it at the goblin that's been running away?
Yes, but you cannot do it in one turn. So go ahead and make a strength check to pull the spear out of the ground and out of your body. With a decent strength check, you'll get it out of the ground. With a great strength check, you'll get it out of the ground and your body.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you with a nat 20, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. You can throw it. Make a ranged attack.
Heck yeah. Let's go. Oh, that's not as exciting.
Now watch you get a nat 1 on the throw.
I got a
Oh my
10.
No, don't speak it into existence. The nat 1, it he goes to throw it and it goes to the top of his foot. It's stuck in the ground again.
10 plus your dexterity bonus.
Oh, I forgot about the plus on that. Okay, so 10 plus 6. Okay, so that's a 14.
A 14 actually does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet. Boom, that's gonna be a 7 damage as well.
You rip the spear out of the ground and out of your body. You arm it to throw, launch it into the air, soars through the air, pierces the goblin. And just as this other goblin did to you, you returned the favor to this other retreating goblin, pierced him through the back, and stabbed it into the ground. You see him slowly sliding down the sphere.
Heck yes.
After seeing that, I'm going to make a frightening check on this goblin in front of you. All right, he's
Can I add my
unbothered.
intimidation bonus to it?
What's your passive intimidation?
Your passive
Let's see.
intimidation.
Oh, God. I don't know what passive is. That's a 14.
Still, he
Ooh.
saves.
Dang it.
So he's going to attack you still.
You killed my friend!
And he's just going to hit you with his fist. He got a 9. So he's going to go bloop, 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 and you feel nothing as his puny little fist bounce off your body. After seeing their friend impaled, the other goblins wake up. They're like,
Oh gosh, we need to lock in.
in the middle goblin, though, he's so stunned from being slapped around that he actually falls down. So he's still entranced by the annoying chitter. However, there are now 3 goblins attacking you. It is now your turn again.
Jeez.
All right. I don't want to do the fury. I'll just do a regular let's see,
Punch.
unarmed strike, and then
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
attack roll was 17.
That will definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, that's so good. Was 8 damage?
Oh. You throw a swift right hook and knock the goblin attacking you out. Which direction do you dash in?
I guess towards the one that has been impaled with the spear.
All right, so you dash, and you actually are now parallel with him.
Heck
But
yeah.
as you run up to him, he reaches out his hand to grab you, and he says, gargling on his own blood,
You will not defeat Thragor.
and he dies. It is now the other goblin's turn, and they are also all going to dash after you. The 2 that are still alive dash after you, and then the one that is unconscious is going to make a save. And he wakes up. He slaps himself awake, and he's like, okay.
What's happening? Oh yeah, intruder.
And he screams at the tops of his lungs.
No.
So we're going to swap over to Zane. Zane, you make it through the entrance of the tent, and you see a fairly lit war table with a menacing figure on the opposite side of said table. You see a hobgoblin with a large gash over his right eye, completely blind in that eye. You see long white hair, and you also see his right hand has been completely chopped off and converted to a makeshift sword.
Whoa. You, my friend, are a sight for sore eyes. But fret not, I'm a handyman.
And I hold up my hammer.
Make a deception check.
Oh no. How about a humble 12 for a humble handyman?
What did you just say to me?
And he walks around the table, then meets up with you, and he puts his sword underneath your neck.
Say that again.
My apologies, sir. In fact, perhaps I could give you a discount.
So, we're just letting anybody in these days, huh?
And he looks down at the goblin.
He said he was a handyman.
He removes the sword from your throat, and then he throws an overhook, a downward punch into the goblin's skull, piercing him through the top of his head. He whips his arm to remove the goblin off his blade. He pulls out a handkerchief and wipes the blood off his blade. Then he turns back to you.
Perhaps the discount can be 100% off.
Visibly nervous.
You know what? I think we got our next test subject. This is perfect. I just wasted my last hobgoblin officer on Madman's Crypt. And now, I have the perfect test subject. Now, how does that sound for a deal?
Sure. I'm never opposed to a civil agreement.
This way, dragon scum.
And he pokes you. Yes, because you look like Dragon Clap.
Oh, very
Look
funny.
at you. Talking about sight for sore eyes. You literally look like dung.
Hey, I have feelings.
And he pokes you in the back.
Gonna move on.
You guys exit the tent and you start walking towards Madman's Crypt. And then, as you're walking toward Madman's Crypt, you hear a deafening goblin scream.
The heck was that? Did you put a goblin through Madman's Crypt too?
An intruder?
And then he puts his blade up next to your neck.
I'll chop that jelly head off of yours. You tell your buddies to stand down.
Hey, whoa. Don't go pointing that at me. I work solo.
Make a deception check.
The blessed 16 rears its head again.
Natural 20.
Oh.
If you don't tell your buddies to turn themselves in, you're gonna be a bouncing little jelly head for the rest of your life.
Okay. All right. Here, listen. I'm a man of deals, as we saw earlier. Perhaps we can reach yet another civil agreement. If I can convince my compatriot to lay down his arms and be yet another test subject for you, would you mayhaps be open to such an opposition? Otherwise, I'm afraid he's going to fight you to the death.
And he most certainly will lose. But more test subjects to help me get the archaic relic hidden in this dungeon would be the most magnificent deal anyone has ever made for me. So, go ahead, call him.
Eekery! We're all getting here.
Oh no, would I be able to hear that from?
Yeah, you hear him. You hear Ozen shouting from inside the wall.
I guess I will shout to the remaining guards that are trying to fight me. Just be like, aha, you hear that? That's my ally inside the gates already.
All right, Ozen, how do you follow that up?
Hey, Eekery, I struck a deal. Yeah, we're chill now.
No, that's not what I said. Tell him to lay down his weapons at the front of the gate and walk inside.
Eekery,
You're
you
just
can
gonna
come
hear
in.
me shout over the
We're like
edge.
totally bros now.
What weapons? He's like, I'm a monk. What weapons?
Zane, he's gonna dig his makeshift blade into your neck for 9 damage.
Goodbye, temporary hit points.
Nah.
So he drives his blade across your neck, kind of like a hot blade through butter, for 9 damage.
Meh.
Oh, but a glancing blow.
But secretly, it is very painful.
That really hurt.
Okay, is your tantrum over?
And I'm gonna look at him again.
You've got one more shot. Tell your buddies to drop their weapons.
I mean, you heard him already. He's pretty much a peasant. He doesn't have any weapons.
You walk to the gate, and you are now escorted by the goblins. The hobgoblin general backs up a little bit to kind of give you guys some space, but you guys are now surrounded by the full might of Fort Vornis.
Well, let's see how our pretty little test subjects do inside the crypt. Follow me.
And you guys
then make your way inside of Madman's Crypt. Hello and welcome back to Roll for Rivals. On the hero's side, we just vanquished the Cult of Defiling and its members. We unlocked the secret room with the Relic of Faith. Vargyr had some flashbacks, and Uda revealed some strange magic held within him. In today's episode, let's see where things go. All right, guys, you guys are still in the middle of the domed temple. Bodies littered everywhere. Uda still kind of in a trance, and you guys just grabbed the relic.
See, I know the first thing I think of from the end of our last episode, I was going to check up on Uda and make sure he's doing okay.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Alrighty, let's see here. That would be a 9.
With a 9, you can tell that for the most part, he seems fine. He's just kind of spacing out right now.
Okay. Well, I'll offer him I'm sure I have like a canteen of like water or something. I can offer it to him and see if he'll take it.
So you offer up the canteen, but he still is unmoved. Make a persuasion check.
That'd be 11. We're slowly going up.
With an 11, he slowly, kind of like a zombie, raises his arm and just kind of whips his fingers around the canteen in a drunken manner. He brings it up to his mouth, and the water just kind of drips around his mouth.
I guess while I see like he's struggling, I'll kind of like assist him to make sure he actually drinks some water at least.
Okay, so I'm going to say you provide the help action with him. And what happens is you hold up the bottle correctly with 2 hands, and he actually begins drinking it. Once he begins drinking it, he actually whips his face around in a manner to try and wake himself up. The octopus-like arms then slither back into his back and disappear as if they were never there to begin with. He then looks at you, and he looks at Vargyr, and then looks back at you, and he says, did we win?
Yes, we did win thanks to you. We got a little curious about the orange tendrils that came out of you, but besides that, we won.
Huh. Well, I guess we should go report to the bailiff, right?
Yeah, and gather whatever information the cultists had here on their person or anything, just to make sure, and then we'll head that way.
So Uda's just kind of going to meander around. He's not really going to check on anything. It doesn't seem malicious. It just seems like he's still kind of spacey, but you two can go ahead and make an investigation check.
That'd be a 15 for me.
18.
Okay. With a 15 and 18, you both find the same thing that you found on previous cultist. You find the Cult of Defiling Creed. You find 2 glass orbs with black liquid and 4 glass orbs of red dye. On the cult leader, however, you don't just find the Cult of Defiling Creed, but you also find a large book, kind of beat up and rough around the edges. Cody, you specifically find this book, and when you open it, you actually find it's like a half diary, half spell book. So the front half basically goes into the lore of the Cult of Defiling, and it goes into basically the reason that this whole thing got started. And I can go over it with you, but right now you're just skimming. You're just kind of flipping through pages. If you want to dig deeper, you can let me know, but this is what you get from your 18 just skimming. So the front half of the book is basically the lore of the Cult of Defiling. The second half of the book are actually spells that the leader used. And on the final page, you actually find a ritual to bring back the dead. But not just like your normal zombie undead. Like
fully bring back somebody to life with no curses, no repercussions.
Okay. I close the book and I just kind of pocket it for right now.
Okay. So you guys continue searching. You do find scimitars and daggers. On Spankarius, you don't really find anything too noticeable except his really dirty peasant clothes that he wore with you guys. So he was hiding them underneath his cloak.
I was wondering what he was going to have possibly because he did mention about my parents that he killed them right before he died. So hopefully there was something there, but it looks like there was nothing.
No, sadly, nothing. You can make an investigation check on him specifically and see if you find anything more.
Yeah, we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, when you find nothing, that's a 7.
Yeah, after patting him down, you just find his rapier and his peasant clothes. As you guys are finishing up your investigation, all of you feel kind of a buzz in your head, like a little twitch. And then you see a purple aura appear in front of you. As the purple aura takes shape, you notice that it turns into a magical and whimsical mirror. In the mirror, you see the image of Verithan.
Can we see what he's currently doing, or is he like staring right at us?
Yeah, he's staring right at you.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Well, I just say hello. We just took care of a cult to defiling.
That's great and all, but I have some urgent news.
Okay. Well, what would be the urgent news?
The Tower of Dominara in Delphando has fallen. We sent a brigade after the 3 mysterious creatures in Borderland. They chased them down, and half of them got slaughtered. The other half continued on chasing them down, only to find the capital city of Delphando destroyed. So whoever's conducting these attacks, they aren't just attacking us. They aren't just attacking the Empire of Humanity. They're also attacking every single great civilization out there. And I mean, I use great in quotations because I mean, the hobgoblin scum, I mean, I use that term loosely because they are primitive at best. Anyway, you guys disobeyed my orders, and now the creatures are deeper into Delphando. The Emperor would like to speak to you immediately. And then he notices the relic in your hand, Vargyr. What is that?
Nothing to concern yourself with right now. And he just pockets it.
Make a deception check.
Oh, okay. 19.
As long as it's not important right now, but you are urgently requested in Farron. You need to come speak to the Emperor immediately. And then he also notices the large suit of armor behind you guys. Where are you guys exactly?
We are north, kind of northeast-ish of Fallhearth. Yeah, northern beach on the shoreline.
Oh. Okay. So you're in the old sunken temple of Alphasia. Very interesting. So this is where the cult was hiding?
One of their locations. It seemed like one of their major locations because it had a suit of armor. They're trying to bring back the cult, or the defiler is what they called it.
Huh. Well, once you get here, we'll send a group to investigate it further, but you guys need to report to the castle immediately. You're requested.
Already understood.
And then the mirror shatters, and the little shattered pieces then disappear into nothingness.
All right. Well, I guess, we must as well head back to the capital and look towards Uda. Hey, you get an audience with the king now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Look, we should probably get out of here. He's still kind of dazed, but you guys gather up your things and then head out of the temple. Battered, bloodied, and wore out, you guys exit the sunken temple of Alphasia victorious with new artifacts at hand. You guys walk up the beach on the road so you don't step into a sinkhole.
and make it back to your horses. And then you begin the adventure back to Farron. It was the middle of the day on day 4 as you guys were hopping on your horses. By the time you make it back on the trail heading towards Fallhearth, the sun has gone down. It is the middle of the night. As you guys are going down the trail, you see a beam of light break through the silence of the night in front of you on the trail. You hear enchanting trumpets playing in the background as a smooth white chest with gold trim begins to fall from the sky.
And how far from our location is it?
About 50 feet.
Is there people ahead of us that's kind of like that chest is like falling down towards, or what else do we see by chance?
Nope. Just the woods, the night sky, and this beam of light.
I look towards Uda and Vargyr is like, well, you want to check that out and see what it is on our way to the capital?
Sure.
You hear symphonic music as the chest slowly floats down to the ground. It finally touches ground and the music stops, but the beam of light is still there, gleaming with light. The chest kind of mocks you as you approach it. What do you do?
I mean, it mocks us as we approach it.
It almost wants you to open it. Its pristine look, its magical aura, its very fancy texture, it just kind of entices you, mocks you. It really is asking you to get closer.
Is there any way I can make a insight check because of all the cult defiling stuff we just went through? Make sure it ain't nothing else. Just something weird.
Yeah, of course.
That'd be a 15.
Yeah, it seems to have good intentions, although it's kind of enticing you to get closer. It doesn't seem like it's going to hurt you with all the angelic descriptors around it.
I guess. Can I also make an Arcana check to see, like, if I can get any more information out of it?
Sure. Make an Arcana check.
Oh, man, a poor roll. I'm sad. I even have a +5 to Arcana now. That's a 9.
With a 9, you can tell that this chest is otherworldly. It is not of this plane.
Well, look at Uda and Vargyr. It's like, well, what do you think of this chest here? Should we try to open it, or what should we do?
You go ahead. We ready as best we can if something happens.
All right, well, I'll slowly go towards it and I'll open it.
So you do open it successfully. But as you open it, it's almost as if you get flashbanged. The light is so bright that it actually blinds you, Uda, and Vargyr temporarily. But now that the chest is fully open, the light dims down, and you look at the bottom of the chest, and you find our first Patreon goal. Yes, sorry to scare you guys. I had to do the same to the villains. So we've met our first Patreon stretch goal, and every single goal that we get, you guys will actually get a loot drop. So the villains actually got a loot drop as well, and you guys now get your own loot drop. So thank you all for supporting the Patreon. We would love to include more community events like this in our stretch goals in the show. Continue supporting the Patreon, and we can continue to give these guys good and awesome loot, either created by me or created by you. Link in the description. Anyway, as you look at the bottom of the chest, you see a spherical glass with angelic textures around it, gold trim. It kind of looks like somebody melted gold and then just dripped it on the glass. But in the glass, you see a white liquid.
Interesting.
Charles, Flint knows the language, but there's an old scriptural language of Alphasia printed on this. It actually says last resort.
Pretty neat. Okay. Well, I guess I'll pick it up and say, hey, I'll tell Vargyr and Uda, like, down in the text, I can actually understand it. And it says here for last resort. And is there a way I can make an Arcana check on the item itself now to see what exactly it entails?
Sure.
That's better. That's an 18.
With an 18, you actually have heard rumors of this device. Back in the ancient days of Othoria, back during the first inception of the Alphasia temple, they actually created a device known as the Last Resort. And you know it as one of the most dangerous weapons in the Alphasia temple's arsenal. So the fact that you got your hands on one of these is insane. And as the dungeon master, I'll go ahead and tell you a couple of the things that it does. So once you smash it on the ground, you have 3 turns to get out of its 120-foot radius, or it will deal 300 straight damage. So you either throw it far or bye-bye birdie.
Just unplant it into some random person.
Yeah, and watch them explode. So yeah, that's why it's called the Last Resort, because there's really no getting out of it once you throw it.
Okay. Well, thank you to our Patreons.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully we can put this to good use.
Yeah. So that was our little RNG for the day, and you guys continue on through the night. You guys do get a point of exhaustion because you were either resuscitated or brought down to near death, and you fought through the day, and you also traveled through the previous night. I should give you 2 points of exhaustion, but I'm very gracious. So you guys then make it to Fallhearth in the early morning.
Because the funny thing is, I actually didn't take hardly any damage. I only lost my temporary HP that fight.
Dang. Well, still,
except for
you did a
5.
lot of traveling. You then make it to the town of Fallhearth in the early morning. You see the town much more fortified than it was the previous day. The bailiff's still in the town center, directing people, addressing people, just doing as leaders do in a time of crisis. What do you guys do?
I guess we could take a short rest here, or take a rest here for whenever. How urgent was the importance of us getting back to the capital, Judah?
Very important.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Well, I just didn't know if we had time to rest in between that, or is if we rest, he ain't gonna be happy with us when he's not already happy with us to begin with.
It's up to you guys based off the message I gave you.
And so we try to head back as soon as we can and to not
Okay.
anger anybody.
Yeah.
Because
We'll at least inform the bailiff about the situation from the temple. Let him know on that, and then we'll probably head on out then.
Yeah, so you guys approach the bailiff, and he looks at you guys with shock. Battered and bloodied, he looks you guys up and down. He goes, well, was it successful? I mean, you look pretty beat up.
It was successful. We managed to take care of the remains of the old temple.
So you extinguished the heart of the cult.
As far as we know, yes. There was no one else remaining afterwards.
Wow. Well, how could I ever repay you? I mean, you've done us such a great service. And you hear him gather everybody's attention. Attention, attention. People of Fallhearth, our heroes came to save the day when the Empire of Humanity couldn't. They defeated the evil ones looking to tear down this beautiful town we call home. Please, rejoice and celebrate. Pause the armaments. Pause the barricades. Let's enjoy this temporary peace and celebrate our new heroes. Do you mind telling me your names?
Sure. We have Vargyr, and we have Uda, and myself. I am Flint Stonewall.
Yes, yes. We will etch Flint, Stonewall, Vargyr, and Uda into the history of Fallhearth forever and ever, known as our saviors of this town. And everybody begins celebrating, and you notice the mood switch in the town. People begin putting up decorations instead of barricades. You see guards grabbing each other and celebrating. You see people surrounding you guys, trying to put their hands on you guys as they're trying to show their appreciation for your help.
Yes. Well, wouldn't hurt to celebrate just for a little bit, but after that, we got to get going.
Okay. Well, then the day passes by as people begin setting up celebrations. Decorations get strung.
shops begin pouring onto the street as people begin buying out food, and everybody makes their way towards the inn. The inn is packed. Every single townsperson of Fallhearth is in this place, including the bailiff and his family. Everybody's celebrating. You're seeing faces of all sorts, races and species that you've never even thought that existed. Come here and celebrate the new heroes of Fallhearth. How would you guys celebrate?
Well, from the fight we had, probably just nothing too outrageous or crazy. Just like a few drinks here and there.
How does Flint Stonewall kick back, though?
Yes, it would be up at over by towards the barkeep, just chilling, relaxing.
All right. Although you only wanted to purchase a few drinks, the entire town has gotten together to pay y'all's bill, and the drinks just keep on coming and coming. Do you drink?
I would try to space them out, not just like all at once.
Okay.
I'll tell them that, well, I appreciate and thank you for everything, but I'm just going to take it slow.
They entice you. They say, Flint, you have to drink. It's on us. We're celebrating you guys, this victory against evil.
And I appreciate it, but you all the citizens of Fallhearth should celebrate more than we should.
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 5.
They are not convinced, but let's transition to Cody. Vargyr, how are you kicking back? How are you celebrating, if at all?
I figured he would probably have like a couple drinks, but then at a certain point he just cuts himself off because he doesn't want to like get too distracted because they were only supposed to be there for like a short while.
Okay.
So now he's just kind of waiting for like a time just to kind of slip on out.
Okay. Would you say that Vargyr's maybe a little bit too concentrated?
He's kind of in a booth by himself.
Okay. And Uda is going to stay close to you, Vargyr, basically completely forgetting the argument that y'all had days prior. But with your failed persuasion, Flint, they are still pushing you to drink more and more.
Okay.
They want you to celebrate with them.
All right, let's see. I'm just going to make a wisdom save for myself and see how this goes, essentially. Yeah, he gives in. He starts drinking a little bit.
All right, then go ahead and make your first Constitution saving throw.
That's funny. I rolled a 19, so with my +3, that'd be a 22.
Okay, so you do save, but time is passing by quicker and quicker. You keep on getting invited to stand up and dance. Several times, a human woman will come to the bar and look at you, Flint, and be like, please, come dance with me.
And since he's already started drinking a little bit and everything and enjoying the party, he said, you know what, it probably won't hurt, and he walks on over.
Okay, so the same blonde-haired lady who's been trying to get your attention the entire day has finally brought you to the dance floor, and you guys start dancing. Vargyr, several patrons come up to you and ask you to dance too. How do you react?
I politely decline.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
I got an 18.
An 18? Okay.
Yo.
They understand and they leave you be. Some patrons also ask Uda, but Uda doesn't even respond, just looking at his one glass that he's been trying to sip on the entire day. But Vargyr, you notice that time is passing quicker and quicker, and Flint doesn't seem to be paying attention. He's almost fully engaged in the activities, and several hours have passed.
Does it be up to you, Cody? Because as far as I'm concerned, Flint's dancing. He's just joined the party.
So I guess while he's busy dancing, I kind of take out the shard and just kind of look over it.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
A 16.
With a 16, you look at the obsidian shard, analyzing it up and down. It's a pretty small piece that you can hold in one hand, but it holds so much power, as you felt the other day. Looking at it and analyzing it up and down, you're still struggling to understand the significance of it and why was it housed in that temple? Who put it there? As you analyze it more and more, you feel a stir within your heart and a stir in the palm of your hand, which holds the relic. You feel the buzzing in your hand and you feel the stirring in your heart. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
That's just a straight 11.
Okay. You feel something kind of crack inside of you. Not a physical crack, not any physical pain, but almost a crack in your soul. You feel your stomach drop, so to speak. As you look it up and down further, you start to feel a little bit of judgment come over you. You feel like life may be unfair. But as soon as you begin to have these thoughts, Uda, he wakes you up. Hey, what is that?
I kind of snap out of it and just kind of pocket it again. I'm not exactly sure.
Why are you hiding it from me?
Like, I don't know what it is. And I don't really want it to be out in the open at the moment.
But you just had it out in the open. I mean, I could help you figure it out. I'm not doing anything right now anyway.
I suppose. And he just takes out the shard again and just kind of slides it on the table.
He pulls out his shard and puts it up next to it to analyze it. Huh. Well, they're not the same. And you look at his shard, and his is more translucent and orange, whereas yours is thick and obsidian.
Okay.
Huh. Well, for a second, I thought that we may be more related than you think, but I guess not. And he pockets his shard and continues to look at yours and analyze yours. What do you think it was doing in there?
Did I pull a book out from the same place too?
Yeah, you pulled one off of the cult leader.
Can I take the book out?
Yeah.
I kind of open to see what kind of information it has on there.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you want to look for?
Just more general information, nothing really specific. Like, what does it seem to be about?
Okay. So you open up to the first half of the book and you start reading through it. Hey, Judah here. Quick note, we actually cut out the bit where Vargyr reads through the book. It was a deeper dive into the cult of defiling, what they actually believed in, but it slowed the pacing a bit. The scene itself is actually very solid, so we turned it into a Patreon bonus over on Dice Clash Chronicles. You're not missing any plot. It's just extra world building if you like that type of stuff. All right, now back to it.
Okay. After reading all of that, he closes up the book and puts it away again, and he tries to go find Flint.
So you should be able to find him pretty easily. He's there.
He's making his presence well known at the center of the dance floor right now.
Okay. I walk over to him and just kind of try to pull him away.
Flint, how do you react?
Well, you dance in the middle of the floor with whoever and kind of be like one fluid motion to dance out of the center toward Vargyr. Like one fluid motion. He's just, all right.
You ready to get out of here? Because I'd rather not want to be tracked down by, the Emperor's guards. Because we didn't come back as soon as we were told to.
Yeah, which we should make our way back. Which hopefully to understand that we won't get there overnight. So hopefully we'll be okay. But yeah, we should be starting to leave.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys begin to make your way out of the inn, and one of the townsfolk grab you. Hey, it's not even nightfall yet. The festivities have just begun.
We have to get back to Farron.
The blonde lady that was dancing with you, Flint, to meet you at the same height, she crouches down and looks at you. Will you promise to return?
Yes, of course. I don't see why not. We wouldn't come back.
The townsperson who stopped you guys says, well, before you leave, you should probably tell the bailiff. I mean, all the celebrations are for you.
But yes, of course. We'll tell them that we'll be on our way, and we'll also mention that we'll also be back too.
The blonde lady is very happy to hear this, and she makes her way back to the dance floor. The townsperson then escorts you to the kind of guarded area of the inn to keep the townsfolk away from the bailiff. The guards let you into the little circle, and the bailiff then says, so, are you liking the festivities?
Oh, yes, and thank you again for everything. It's an excellent time.
Of course, my pleasure. And here, take this. And one of the guards hands you a potato sack. You open the potato sack, And not only is there a little bit of gold, but there's also rations and supplies. I wanted to show you how thankful we are. I mean, we can talk about you, we can engrave you in the legacy of Fallhearth, but I mean, obviously, I think we should try and support you monetarily as well to show you our gratitude.
Well, greatly appreciate it. This is a little much, but still, thank you. And thank you for supporting us.
Of course, we thank you a millionfold.
And then I guess on that notion, well, we'll inform that we'll be heading back to Farron, and that we'll be back soon.
Already? It's not even nightfall yet.
I know, but we have get back to Farron and meet with an audience with the advisor, unfortunately, to report what happened. And then we'll be back.
That knife ear. I swear. Always ruining stuff. He's a little bit hurt that you have to leave, but he understands. He says, well, we really appreciate it, and you're always welcome here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, but after we report what we did at the temple, we'll be right back.
Okay. So you then exit and you hop on your horse. Once you hop on your horses, you then exit the town and make your way to Farron. All right. And sadly, due to the distractions, it is actually sundown. The sun is beginning to set as you guys leave the town and make your way towards Farron. You guys do sadly gain another point of exhaustion as you guys travel through the night.
Oh, okay.
That's lovely.
On your travels, you notice it is quite a beautiful night. Fireflies flickering on the woodland trail. You hear the creaking of crickets. It seems a relatively alive night. Nothing happens that night, and you safely make it to Farron. It is now the early morning of day 6. You spent the entirety of day 5 traveling and in Fallhearth. The town shows a complete contrast to the travel. Quiet, bleak, foggy, and as you make your way to the land ramp, you notice several things. Your inn is still in shambles, although the townsfolk said that they were going to repair it. And there are guards guarding the inn. Several knights of the Empire are stationed around the inn. Then, as you make it through town, you notice at the town center, there's a gallows set up, and 3 people have been hung.
Okay. Is it anyone we know, or I know, for example?
Yes.
The one that initially handed us the bag of
You hit the nail right on the head. As you guys pass the gallows, you notice 3 people have been hung. The lady who gave you the bag of gold, and 2 people who stormed the castle.